Okay, I want to move on. I want to talk about an interesting CBS News poll about President Trump and his impact on the GOP, Joe.
Yeah, CBS News did a poll, about 2,500 people nationwide, back in early February, the 8th through the 11th. The most interesting thing, I think, as a starting point, there was a famous quote from Ronald Reagan about the 11th commandment was, do not attack other Republicans. And it was in the context of his 1966 run for governor in California. Interestingly enough, in this poll, the question was asked among the Republican portion of the sample, what should we do to Republicans who are, quote unquote, disloyal to Donald Trump? 48% of the respondents said nothing, that nothing should be done to people that are disloyal to President Trump. 42% of those Republicans said, well, we should support whomever's running against him in a primary. This is kind of an interesting dynamic within the Republican Party where Republican candidates will want to feel as though they have the support of Trump voters within the base of their party, but to win general elections may need crossover voters.
They like the policies Trump had.
Yeah, so to some extent, like the current governor of Virginia, who won on the basis, in large part, of having gotten the endorsement of Donald Trump, but not having to have Donald Trump in the state campaign with him. I think that's what this poll shows. You know, one of the things that jumped out at me, they asked people what would be the most compelling reason you could come up with for Donald Trump to run for president again in 2024. 36% of people under the age of 30 said just purely the entertainment factor of having him as a candidate for president again. So I think there's a clear dynamic in current American politics, specifically within the Republican Party, but generally in our politics, that Donald Trump is this phenomena, and how politicians deal with that. This poll, I think, shows there's a lot of diversity of opinion about what you do to say you've got Trump's support, but you don't want the downside risk from some voters feeling like you're too aligned.